even as more countries in the world slowly adopt cryptocurrencies as their legal tender. We are now joined by Kaptich Louis, who is a crypto assets researcher and a blockchain educator, and of course, Lawrence Nderi, who is equally a cryptocurrency and blockchain enthusiast. Gentlemen, good to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to start with you, Louis. Explain like you'd explain to a 6-year-old, what is cryptocurrency and what is blockchain?
Okay, cryptocurrency is a combination of two words. So it's basically a medium of exchange. It is a store of value. So and the platform that supports it is what we call blockchain technology. So in short, cryptocurrencies are a form of money and also a form of an asset. Yeah.
Great. Lawrence, there's been the whole question about the regulation of cryptocurrency, and Kenya has been slow in getting it, but we are seeing a bit of popularity of it today. So talk to us about the regulation, because cryptocurrency is by and large this liberal currency. Talk to us about what it would take to regulate and have it as a legal tender in the country.
Thanks for the question. I think it boils down to information. And this great quote that says, what you don't understand, you tend to criticize it.
Sure.
So basically, I think for regulation to come, innovation has to happen. And when innovation comes, it comes from very few people who see or envision something. So for regulators to really come up with laws governing cryptocurrency, they have, number one, to understand what cryptocurrencies and what blockchain is. So I think the gap is for educators to come and help people understand it so that they can also go ahead and come up with laws that will govern the whole blockchain and cryptocurrency space.
Great. Thank you for that. We're going to talk about the regulation later on, and of course countries that have adopted it as a legal tender. But let's come back to Louis. And Louis, there's been the whole question about the talk around cryptocurrency being a medium or a mode for money laundering and a Ponzi scheme and all these things. Guys are saying cryptocurrency is a scam. Could you talk to us about how somebody can actually apply cryptocurrency in real time today?
Okay, that's a very good question. Actually, it's a great question. And the reason being, anything new, of course, comes with a lot of unsurety. Everybody tends to have their own story, but at the bottom of it all, it is all about understanding. And once you understand something is when now you can be able to define it. So on your question is why people calling Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies Ponzi is because people come in with the wrong mentality. They want to make quick money out of something. So the other factor is how can people get around this? It's just by learning and getting to experience it. Maybe on something to add on that, anything good normally starts with the wrong hands. Even vehicles, even phones, they all started with the wrong hands. But the more people get to use it, the more they see the usefulness of it. And that's where we are.
Yes. Lawrence, how does somebody avoid being scammed in this? Like, where do you get this cryptocurrency? How can you change it to real money? Can you use it to buy something? What is the operation of crypto, really?
Great question. I think it all boils down to totally understanding, because in any class of asset, let's go to real asset, let's think of gold. If you don't really have the right information, you fall in the wrong hands. So basically for cryptocurrency, number one, I usually tell people, do your own research even before you get into there. What do I mean? Learn. Learn before you even go and start earning. So basically, crypto, and I like the fact that a lot of universities right now are coming up with, institutions are coming up with platforms where people can really understand how crypto works and how they really operate globally. So to your question, how do we get a hand of it? I think it all boils down to, can I first understand what I'm getting into before even I think of making money? Because I think we are quick to, somebody told me, oh, I put my money over here, so I'm going to make a whole lot of money out of these. And then that's how you get to lose, because you're getting into something you don't understand. So basically, information is what is lacking. Because I think I knew Bitcoin in 2010, and I called it illegal money. back then. Why? Because I didn't have information. But with time, I've come to learn. We've even like applied for education. Why? Because at the end of it all, you have to understand something for you to get into it. So crypto is very easy, and I think basically is for you to understand. There are places where you buy cryptocurrency, for example. We have Bitcoin exchanges, we have Bitcoin ATMs, we have peer-to-peer platforms where, like, if you get somebody who totally understands as an asset, they will take you through and help you get the asset and also how you secure it, because security is another key thing in cryptocurrency. Okay. So basically, I think what we advocate, myself and Louis at Decrypt Edge, most of the time is education. Learn first and then get to earn as a second bit part of the process. Yes.
Louis, how many cryptocurrencies are there today? People know Bitcoin, Ethereum, but are there more?
Yes, there are actually more than 9,000 cryptocurrencies.
No way.
9,000 cryptocurrencies, yes. They are that, and they are growing every day. Even today, Brian, you can come up with your own cryptocurrency. Okay. As in a few minutes. But,
and what is the validity? Like, how will it be adopted?
So that's now the second point of this conversation. Yes, you can come up with your own cryptocurrency, but what is it for?
Okay.
Yeah, what is it for? And that's where now value comes in. Because value comes in something that is being used as a utility. That's why the first cryptocurrency that was back in 2009 was Bitcoin. And what is Bitcoin coming to do? It's actually becoming like that digital store of value, because there's some key components that it has. It is decentralized, it is borderless, you can access it from anywhere. And those factors, of course, is what makes it valuable. And coming now to Ethereum and the rest, recently I think we even heard of this one of what you call hype comes in. Somebody says they made so much money in this coin or on this platform or this token. But what did they do? Maybe they bought it low and they sold it high. Okay. Then at times you end up buying the wrong project and you end up remaining with a useless token. In this case, maybe it's a brand coin or Louis coin, because it has no use in the society. Yeah.
Lawrence, as we wind up this discussion, talk to us about the exchange rates, because people are complaining that transaction rates in the normal fiat currencies are quite high. Talk to us about the advantages of using Bitcoin as a mode of exchange, with particular emphasis on exchange rates. In 30 seconds, sir.
A great question, Brian. I think one of the key factors why Satoshi Nakamoto, the brain behind Bitcoin, came up with was to reduce transactional fees.
Sure.
So that was one of the key factors why Bitcoin came, because you find that especially for people who are living abroad and they're sending money back home and stuff, they usually overcharge in terms of fees. So one of the key major elements of Bitcoin is reduction of fees. I remember just the other day somebody sent some money for 0.78 cents. It was over $1 billion.
Wow.
And it's across borders. So the key element of Bitcoin is reduction of fees. That was the major characteristics why it came. How can I send $1 million or 1 million Kenya shillings from one person to another with lesser fees? So that's one of the key major characteristics of Bitcoin, solving transactional fees. So I think this is one of the major reasons as to why, as people understand cryptocurrency, they will be pulled to what are the advantages of me using Bitcoin, and one of them is reduction of fees.
Maybe I can add to that.
Sure.
The other point is about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is that if you compare with the normal currencies that we have, and maybe that's our convention since it's a business session, inflation. How does inflation comes in? It comes in because of like fiat money.
Exactly.
But cryptocurrencies like now Bitcoin solves that in a way, because now there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin that is ever going to be in circulation. So that gives you that essence of a digital sort of value. Unlike now all the fiat currencies, because every year all currencies tend to lose 10% every year. So, but in Bitcoin, it is the other way around. It keeps on increasing in value. Thank you.
Amazing. And just to mention, even as we go on this break, is that Bitcoin is really one of the highest valued cryptocurrencies in the land. We're talking of almost 3 million Kenya shillings for one single Bitcoin. So we'll be talking about